speaking of the originals, whoa.
Ajin.
They
Ajin.
finally released that.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Yeah, so we checked that out.
Yeah. It's done in that CG style, same as Knights of Sidonia, and I was very put off by it at first, but I still watched 4 episodes in one night. So
Hey,
That's
that's
pretty
a
good.
good sign.
I
Right?
would have done that had I not gotten home at midnight last night. But like I watched the first episode. I do this. I watch anime like before I come in here because I have like time at my desk, and this is one where I was like, well, no, I have to go, but I kind of keep watching the episodes. I do agree that the CG style is sort of jarring. Not even jarring, but I was like, they're moving like they're supposed to be dead, even the ones who aren't supposed to be dead.
Yeah, it is very weird. So if you don't know what Ajin is, it was a manga first made to anime, and it's about these Ajin, which are these supernatural beings that they're humans, but they can't die.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they make it clear in the first episode they're not human, but they at least appear human.
they're demi-humans.
They're
as the title says.
Ajin, Demi Human.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you don't know someone's an Ajin until they die, and then they don't die, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, and so there are very few in the world. There's like 46 are supposed to
Something like
known Ajin. And
They
if
were
you,
discovered 17 years prior.
Yeah, and so like if you find one, that's really rare, and it's very valuable because of course governments want these people because they're superhuman and they could do maybe their will or something.
Yeah, so I think the opening scene from the very first episode is really powerful because it's like this war zone in, they just say Africa. Of course, Africa has a lot of different countries, and they didn't specify which country. Which is a personal pet peeve. It's a lot of people's pet peeve.
It drives me crazy when people are like, the country of Africa, and you're like, no,
Africa, and I'm like, okay, but Egypt and like Rwanda and South Africa are all different. Very different, whatever. So not really the point, but so in Africa, the opening scene is this war zone, and I thought that was a really good way to open the show. Yeah. It's super powerful. It's really distressing. You're seeing people just drop on the battlefield essentially, and this Ajin they can't kill him, and he's the soldier of God they call him.
Yeah,
and that's the introduction to Ajin. This is what they can do, and that's why people find them so valuable. And so they immediately give you the reason why Ajin is so compelling and why people would be either afraid or try to capture them. I thought that was really smart. They open with, here's where it can go. Here's the most extreme. It's just killing people, and no one can do anything. And then you switch to like high school student.
I'm just trying to be a good guy. Be a doctor.
Yeah. So the manga, if I'm not mistaken, is pretty popular.
Yeah. I think on Crunchyroll if you want to read it.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite things about it being an anime is the sound that the Ajin make when they're being reanimated. It's like this Ju-on kind of sound. If you've ever seen Ju-on, the Grudge, the croaking,
and just shaking her head like nope.
The croaking death rattle that she makes in that movie is so haunting, and this is the exact same sound. And so I'm watching it at my desk with my headphones on. I'm like, yeah, like it's just like,
No, stop.
It's awesome.
It's probably gonna be a comedic sound, like boing, spring back to life.
Someone edit that for us. So I thought, like, despite the CG, like my reservations about the CG, I thought having it in anime form versus manga, like that was such a cool, haunting, memorable thing.
Yeah, so I was very apprehensive about it just because like I don't know if I'm gonna watch this because of how it looks. But you very quickly move past that because the story is really that compelling or interesting. And also the promise of that this is Netflix and you can binge as much as you want.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll watch maybe 2 episodes.
Yeah, how many episodes, by the
episode
way?
4. I got to 4. I think there's 13, 12,
okay.
13.
Yeah, it's like a normal curve,
That's chill.
right?
Yeah.
I also, the thing about the CG is I was so distracted by the way the characters moved in the first episode, not to the detriment of the story, because I thought the story was really interesting, like the setup. And also, like, I totally ship it. They're boyfriends. Like Kai and Kay. Oh, come on.
Yeah, so just to complete our summary of the show is that so this kid finds out that he's not Ajin. He's like trying to be a perfect kid. He's like, I'm gonna be a doctor, and I cast away my childhood friend because my mom told me to because he's bad.
Yeah,
for reasons.
He was hanging out with the wrong crowd, and then this kid comes up, and I was like, he's not the wrong crowd. He's my boyfriend.
You saw that look at the
he has
beginning.
jack-o'-lantern earrings. I love him.
Yeah, he's like a little punk. And then
he's a punk kid, and they have this moment at the beginning of the show where like they clearly recognize each other, and it's kind of like a hey dude, and he's like, oh no, I don't know that guy. He's a freak.
He's weird. Yeah,
he's a weirdo. And you find out his mom was like, you're not hanging out with that kid anymore.
You're gonna be a doctor.
But then when
typical Asian parents,
when Kay finds out like I'm an Ajin, which that scene's pretty cool. So I won't spoil how it happens, but when he finds out, he like Kai, it's Kai and Kay, which
I know, it's just
Kai,
it drives me nuts.
The punky guy comes to his aid.
Yeah, he's the only one he can trust to help him get away from everybody else. Because everyone else like put a bounty on him.
Everyone else
is
like
a ton of money.
Yeah, everyone else is sort of ordinary, and they are definitely out for the money because Ajin are either perfect weapons, like tools of war, or test subjects. And Kai is the only one who's like, nah, dude, I got this.
It's like, I'm a bag ready to go.
I was like, this is so romantic.
It sounds really cool, though. I hadn't gotten a chance to check it out, but now I definitely will.
Yeah,
like don't. Basically, I think the point we're trying to make is like, don't let the CG throw you off, and like don't let it distract you from the story, because even though it is an adjustment if you're used to 2D animation, like this whole show's in CG, and it's definitely
you'll get used to it.
An adjustment, but don't let that deter you. There's something cool here.
Yeah, the concept sounds super cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so
13 episodes, nothing.
Yeah, of course, the person who just binged all of JoJo's.
I'm sorry. Well, also Netflix.
Yeah. So let us know if you guys are watching it, what you guys think, and I'm excited to watch the rest of it.
Me too.